Let's get going here. Hi everybody, I'm Christy from My Artful Adventures, and we are in a fun event today. Our theme is fun in the sun, and so we are doing a 3-month journal. You guys, I haven't gotten very far since the last time that I was with you, so you know that's how that goes sometimes, right? Life happens. So I'm going to put you down here. Let me just get my keyboard out of the way, and I'll put you down here to the desktop and we will get going. Oh, I almost clicked myself off. That would not be an excellent way to start. And the last time that I did this, I was thinking I had 45 minutes. It was an hour, so I popped back on. So last month's segment is in two. It's in 2 parts. Oh my goodness. But I did it. Oh, thank you. Thanks for letting me know, because you're subscribed, and so it let you know. That is great to know. So we got lots of our peeps on here today. We've got, hey, Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration, and Sue, Carol, Molly, Susie, thanks for being with us over on YouTube. So some of you, if you don't know, I do have a YouTube channel. Adela, Renee, Cindy, Connie. Okay, you guys, let's get with it. I got to put us down here. Okay, here we are. Yes, remember it's an hour. I know, I told you I would remember. I promised I'd do the hour. So you guys, I've got some other stuff to throw in here into the journal. Now this one is going to be a tabbed journal. And like I said, the only thing I have gotten done since then was I really had planned to do a lot of inking of the edges and leave those. And I just thought, you know what, I'm never going to get those done. And so most of them I just went ahead and cut off. Here's one I see didn't. And the reason I did not cut it all the way off on this side is because of the treetops. So I didn't want to completely take the treetops off. So that'll have to have a little bit of ink later. I'm not going to go ahead and ink a lot of these right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 signatures, and they are going to be on these, I think these are 9 by, let's measure real quick. I think they're 9 by 12. Yeah, 9 by 12 envelopes. And I think when I bought these, I think they were called catalog envelopes. So that might be what you want to look for. And you guys, I can't even find my ink pads that I've used that were, I thought, the perfect colors for these things on here. There was one that was great. So, you know, I got a whole bunch of stuff I'm going to have to do, right? Thank you guys for sending me out there. So, okay, so we're going to have to divide these up. I haven't even folded them in half, so we're going to put together signatures. And so, like I said, we're going to do a tab-bound album. And so by doing that, I want to have it an uneven number, because I just think an uneven number makes it, you know, a little bit more interesting, the way that it looks on the back. I like the way it looks on the back better. So I'm just going to fold all these and we'll put them together. So what have you guys been up to? Hey, we got somebody else there. Look at that. Our Messy Craft Corner came over and joined us there on YouTube as well. Thank you, Jimmy Lou. Now she won't be all alone over there. So, yeah, so that, you know, did you guys know that you can do that? And I know it's a Facebook group, but you know, sometimes it's kind of, depending on where you are and what's going on, sometimes it's easy to watch over there on YouTube. And a lot of people, did you know a lot of people like to watch the replays over there because they can get them, put them on their TV and watch, which is kind of fun, right? That makes it really fun. You get it big. Now, I have a friend, and she told me she put me on to listen to while she was doing something, and she went to sleep. And she said she did it I don't know, twice in a row. And she said and so she goes, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad. And I go, well, I guess it would mean on those days I wasn't too annoying, right? She goes, it was just so soothing to listen to. I go, well, that's okay. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to have some of these that get this top part. Yeah, see, this was another one with the trees. So, Now, you know, I actually thought I had all of those things arranged the way I wanted them, but now I'm not so sure. So I'm going to take these. This paper is some linen paper, and I found a whole package of it at an estate sale. And so I'm going to put a couple of pages of this in each of the signatures. So it'll be kind of that soft place your eyes can rest. Who else has popped in here? There's Susan and Sharon and Liz, Maritza. Who else popped in here, you guys? Thanks for popping in here. Hey, Susie. I think Connie. I think I saw you and Renee. Anywho, I might have... I'm going to put 2 of these in each of the signatures. I know this isn't very exciting, but you know what? Our goal was kind of show people how to do it, you know, from start to finish. So last time everybody's gotten a whole lot farther than I did this time. Now this one, I left this piece of matte paper. You know, I really didn't think that I was going to use anything like this because I didn't think that the colors would really, you know, go really well. But I thought, you know, so many of these pictures for the pages, a lot of them are there's water in the background. Some of them, it looks like they're at a motel or something, and I think that's kind of fun. But you know, a lot of times you go on vacation and you're near the water, but you still got a pool where you are, right? Hey Phyllis and Lori and Linda, how are you doing? So one of these I made larger, and this is a great color that I thought would be super with these. So I thought, you know, I like to have some music in them, and so without anything extra, it wasn't too junky for a junk journal, right? You gotta have some junk for the junk journal. Let's see. I think I'll put this one here. I'm gonna turn it the other way so I can have that number right there. And I specifically did not get any of these song titles. This was from a book, a music book that I think was clarinet practice. And it was so funny because, I'm trying to see which way, you know, it doesn't matter when you've got a piece of music like this and you're going to put it in, you're going to have, it's either going to be sideways, some of it when you turn it around it's not going to look right from some direction or the other, so you just have to go with it, right? Oh, now here were my here's 2 more pages. And I like this one. I'm going to reprint this one out and use it on the very front cover of the book. Now this was one of the colors that I found that I had done inking around. Isn't that the perfect color? It just went so well with that. And then the printables that I used were from Etsy, and I have put those, I don't have links, but I have told you who the seller is and what the title of the collection is. So that's on there. I like maps too. Cynthia, I love having maps on there. Okay, now this one, I'll show you what I want to do on this one. This one I want to fold up like this. Anyway, I picked states that had a lot of water. I got some out in California. I got some on the East Coast. I even got a piece of Chicago in there. We lived outside of Chicago after we first got married, and we did not live that far from the beach. We lived, I don't know how far north we were. We lived in a little place that was called Zion, Illinois. And so yeah, we'd go off to the beach. Okay, now I know this is going to be shorter than what this is. It's too long like this, right? So I'm just going to fold it up, and actually let me fold it this way, and I'm going to clip it and make a couple of little pockets before we ever even put it in the signatures. And I think that will make it easy. Gosh, I can't even really see where I fold. That's so busy. I can't really see it on there. You printed this set off too. I think, did you tell me that before, Christy? Did you say that before? I can't remember. Thank you. She popped on over there on the other place too. I appreciate you guys doing that. Okay. I'm just gonna clip that in there. I got these big old scissors and it's kind of hard to, There's not a lot of rhyme or reason to that. Now, I could have folded that and they would have been exactly the same. But I didn't think of it at that moment. I need to trim that off with my scissors. It's always better if you use your scissors like that instead of just pulling it off, because you always run the risk of tearing it in a way that you did not want to. Okay, so I can either leave these like this so that they can fold down, or we could make them into a couple of little pockets. What do you think? Should we do pockets or just leave it so it folds down? What do you think? I'm going to go ahead and start putting some of these in here. Let's start adding these. So I'm going to make 3 signatures. So let me put some of these off to the side and separate them. Wait. Why don't I only are 2 of these stuck together? Well, and they don't have to be matchy-matchy. I could have sworn I had 6 of those, though. Maybe not. That's how that goes, right? I know. This linen paper. And, you know, I don't know that if it turned this color later, or it was that... Your dad lived in Evanston. Oh, okay. Pockets. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Otherwise, what would you do if they're flapping down all the way? Then you got to figure out something else. Let's do it. Let's do that. Well, we will need ink for that, won't we? So we'll just go ahead and do the sides. Now I'm just going to leave these sides open. So I only need to glue this little section here. And I even left the little red guide along the side there. You know, and if you don't want to do that, you can cut those off. It just doesn't matter, right? Okay. Oops. Oh my goodness. That was not a good idea. All right. So we'll just do that. And we got that all set. It's ready to go. Oh, thanks, Carol. I know. I loved these. Hey, Debbie. I loved these pages. Let's just go ahead and separate these out. Give each person a map and a couple of those. Alrighty, let's do it now. Now you'll see the crazy, this is just the crazy way, right? Like, you just start sticking them together. And especially since we've got some of these other pieces in here. Oh, I had something else I wanted to do. Okay, I almost forgot. Since we wanted to add some things together and make it more like, you know, a junk journal, I wanted to do these envelopes. You guys, I bought these thinking that they were cards and envelopes, and they weren't. they were only, it was like a postcard thing, or it was like a 5x7, but I'm just like, seriously? So I didn't even get to use them the way I was planning, but you know, it gave me a lot of envelopes, right? So I'm just going to tuck those in like that. And then I'll have different places that those openings are. Wait a second. That is not, let me think about that. Let me make sure that this bumps up here. That is having a rough time getting in there. We might have to make our own fold there, right? And then I'm going to tuck this one in here. And then we'll be able to still have a couple of pockets. Now this is kind of tricky. I'm going to have to squirt a little in here. I want this to go in here. I'm going to make it do it. You know what I like to tell you? I'm the boss of my own paper. How about you guys? All right. Now, that is not how I was thinking that was going to go. Oh, it folds better this way, though, so that's good to know. So when I put it in, I'll put it that way. All right, so I wanted to put one of these in each signature. And, you know, I mean, you do not have to make these, but I think by the time I, let me see, I think this is what I was thinking I was going to do. Like this. There we go. Okay, so this is the way you want to do it, you guys. Is just like that. Now you can open this section up on the back and you can squirt a little glue in there so it'll stay down. And then you want to glue this part too. Then you've got them both on the same side, which I've got one that's not going to be like that, and it's fine. There we go. There. Oh, it folds so much better like that. There we go. So now we got another couple pockets, and we'll put that in there. So yes, so that's the way you want to do it, you guys. So open one up and have this one the same way with the opening up. That's the way to do it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick a little glue in here right off the bat. And then just tuck it in here. You just want to make sure that you don't get it stuck down in here. If it pushes that glue down here, you're going to have a problem. So you're going to make sure that's not down in there. And then just fold this over and make sure you pull this around. And that closes really good like that. I'm really pleased with that coming together like that. Okay. I do too. What's the glue I'm using? It's called reptile glue. Somebody was asking me that the other day. Let me show it to you. I had forgotten all the things. I had forgotten all the things that it said that it was good for. So glass, cardboard, leather, beads, feathers, and then has another bunch on here. Ceramic, wood, plastic, rocks, shells, cloth. I mean, it will work on so many things, you guys. And it's not acidic, so I mean, it's great for your paper. I mean, there's no acid in it. So that works out really, really well. Okay, so now we've got those. Let's go ahead and finish folding these all up here. Well, some of these feel like they've been folded. Well, they were probably kind of folded. And I'm going to have to go back later. And I'm probably going to do that. I'm not going to probably do that on a live to just ink, right? Oh, Karen, that's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, we got a bunch of these. So it looks like they were kind of close. Some of these might have been more straight before I trimmed them off this morning. Who knows, right? But some of these, yeah, these were several different collections that I put all together because this is the one that I found and this is the one that I really wanted to use. And yet at the same time, I'm like, well, I don't know, that's so bright and bold. You know, how's that going to work if I, you know, use that in the whole thing? But there's lots of these girls in the water. I just think those are so much fun. I just love those. I think they are soupy. Where am I? I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, closer to Fort Worth. How about you, Susie? Where are you from? Okay. I'm not originally from here. I grew up outside of Denver, Colorado, and then after we got married, we moved up. We moved around a lot of places, but eventually after my husband got out of the Navy, we ended up living up in Minnesota for about 28 years. So we were there for a long time. Our kids, the kids, it's always funny because people will always hear them talk and catch little bits of some of that Minnesota sound. So now see, some of these, the way I cut them off, they are not going to be, you know, I'm going to have to make sure I've got them kind of in the middle there, which that's always kind of, I don't ever really like doing that. It's kind of hard. Look though, see how this, and look, even this is way, all of these pages are gonna be, man, the ones like this that are full sheet, those are really gonna stick out. But look, it's okay. Look how good that looks with that. Diana, you came to Dallas-Fort Worth last year. Oh, nice. Did you do anything fun? What brought you here? And I'm just going to kind of randomly put these in, I guess. And then when I get ready to put the signatures in. Wait, did I even put a plain piece in yet? Nope. Now I do want some of these things facing some of those. Let's just go ahead and put a map in here. How about that? And we can't forget one of these. You know, I should have, shoot, I should have seen how many pages I had of these all together, so I would know. Let's kind of do a quick check. 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. 5. Well, look at that. Good thing I thought about it, you guys. I stopped just in the nick of time, right? Let's put this here. Let's grab something else. I might only put one of those pieces of paper in there. So this would be one signature. Okay, let's set that aside. And yeah, I don't know. I might go back and put another one. Cowboy Stadium, the rodeo. Did you go over to Fort Worth to the stockyards, Diana? I know, these prints are so fun. They really are. Okay, now this kind of, oh my goodness, you guys, this one seems way too wide. I wonder if I put it the wrong direction. Where's my trimmer? Oh my gosh. So it needs to only be like 11. Okay, it needs to be like 5.5 this way. Oh my goodness. Let's see if that's gonna work. It's still gonna stick out a little bit. I don't know what I did. Let's trim a little bit more off. Now I'm going to have to glue those pockets back together. Well, well, well. Do it again. Oh, somebody's asking about the glue. So I just buy it in those larger sizes, and then I just, you know, fill these tiny little needle nose bottles. And I like to use it that way. Okay, there we go. All right. Look, I didn't even think I was going to need to have my trimmer, but I did. Yeah, look at that. Those colors don't really look, you know, too bad. Oceanside. My daughter lived up there for a little while. So her guy was in the Marines, and they moved out there for a little while. That was a sad day. They took my little guy with them, and it was a sad day. All right. Some of these are going to be more fun than others, I'm afraid, these signatures. let's see, let's put in another one of our pockets, our envelope pockets. And you could put, you know, it would be fun too if you wanted to put this in the very center. You could do that too. That's fun. Okay, let's see. So we've got one piece of the linen. Let's put another piece in. And did we do the song paper yet? Nope. Or music. Where's the one for this bunch? I don't know how I can put stuff on my desk and not even see it, you guys. It is hard to believe. Seriously. Is it not in here? So yeah, I don't see the... Did the other one get two? Yes, it did. Aren't these some fun papers though, you guys? They are just fun prints. I think they are really cool. Oh. Okay. I don't know. Let's put this one here. You guys, it makes no difference how you line yours up, right? Yes, Adela, thank you. I did find that. That's the only thing I figured that could have happened. Got two of those in there. All right. Look at this pretty water. Just so much fun stuff in these. I feel like I'm building a book that's going to be huge, but no. Karen, no, they are not from the same designer. I kind of did a collection of them and found ones that I thought would be fun to use together. And they're all listed in the description, all of the Etsy stores that I used. Man, this one, you guys, I do not, you know what? I'm just going to put that to the side. I don't like the way that folds. I didn't do it right, and it's not folding very easy. So let's actually do one the right way. And here, I'll show you what was with it. And these were going to be fun because you can take these and just fold them in half and make like a tiny little journal or something. Put some other pages in. But see, it's not a card. It doesn't open as a card. It's just a single sheet. But you can do stuff with those too. And it's fun to just make little, you know, when you've got your little pieces together, make a little journal or a little notepad or, you know, whatever you want to. But there's always fun things that you can do with those little pieces. Okay, let's go ahead and get this in here. So we're just at half past our time now. Yeah, these just worked so much better putting them. I got that one backwards. You know, isn't that the way it is? You start off doing something wrong, and then it's like, well, can I fix it? And sometimes you don't even realize until, like we did with those, that it was actually the wrong way. Okay, so now look at that. Look how much easier that opens and folds. So we can put that in here. We've got some of these fun other pieces, and it doesn't really matter. I do want to make sure somebody, but look at all of these, you know, water pieces that we can have. I'm going to put this one so it's on the front side. And even though those aren't the, you know, the very best together. Yeah, I finally did come up with enough of these and the way that I used them. If I didn't use any of these extra pieces, I would have been happy with the way that I made all of the things on the front and the back to work together, and I could have made it work like that. But I just thought, you know what, I still kind of think it would be fun to make it more like a junk journal, especially since I planned to use, you know, 3 signatures. So there we go. Now we've got these, and let's go ahead and let's put them together. So some of these, and I might have to kind of walk through here and walk. I'm walking with my fingers. How many of you remember the old thing, let your fingers do the walking through the yellow pages? Oh, Karen just finished a Haunted Mansion Golden Book journal. Oh, how fun. That sounds fun. Okay, so here we go. All right, let me grab some little clips so I can... Now the hard thing is going to be that I don't know if my clips are going to reach where I need them to go. And I'm going to have several... get out the clips. You know, so many times, these came from Dollar Tree, and I was saying not long ago that I had never been able to find any more of them. And so the next time I was in there, I ran over there to see, and there they were. I was so glad to see it. Oh, look, that just reaches. Perfect. Okay, so let's look through this one. You wished you'd saved one. What, a Yellow Pages? We had something come in the mail not long ago, and it was like that. It wasn't nearly the size that they used to be, but I saved it. I saved it for some junky junk journaling. Okay. I'm going to have to remember to go in a little bit deeper on my top and bottom with my holes so that I can grab these, because this is a common thing through this whole signature. Yes. So, man, that's not here. Oh, I know. Let's clip them from this edge. There we go. That'll work. That should keep it right where it belongs. So that's that one. This one seems a lot thicker. I don't know if I thought I kind of counted the pages though. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I don't know how it could be much larger. Okay, let's kind of line, well, it's easier for me to line them up going this other direction for some reason. So let me do that. Wait a second. Did I still get another, did I still not get a, oh, I got a magnet holding stuff together. Did I still end up with an extra music sheet in one? You guys, why is this so hard? It should not be this hard. Okay, so there's one. Oh, here's 2 pieces. Oh my goodness, yes. No wonder that piece felt so heavy. Okay, so one of them doesn't have music. You guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Let's put this one in. And you know, I have been known to get through all of this and then realize that I sewed the signatures together, but not in the cover. Just like what? ever. Okay, yeah, that feels a lot more like the other ones did. I don't know, but my my journal covers are going to be plenty big, so they'll cover the edges. Oop. Uh-oh. Oh, phew. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me get these babies lined up again. Don't you wonder how I get anything done? Oh, what are you using for a cover? I'm going to make a tab. Oh, I'm using just I'm just using 9x12 envelopes for the covers, and it's going to have a tabbed cover. I'm going to put all 3 of the signatures. They'll just joined together by the tab binding method. So that's the plan. And do you know, it had been so long since I started this last time that today I almost panicked when I started thinking of doing this because I didn't remember that was what I was doing. Oh my goodness. Oh, are you talking about the Haunted Mansion, Jimmy Lou? Oh yeah, I see. It's tagged in there. It was a reply to that, right? We'd love to see that. I know I would love to see it too. The printables are listed. The names of the collections and the designers are listed in the description of this video. Whew. That was a lot to get out, right? Okay. All right, so there we go. And I'm gonna go with it now. That one's got a card in it, or the envelopes. This has got the envelopes. So I'm gonna call that good for now. And I am going to go ahead. We've got time here to get these in here. Now, some of these are going to take more. I'm going to have to ink them up a little bit more. And I'm just going to go ahead and put them together and put the things on. I'm not sure we're going to get time to do the tabbed binding. Look, I got part of this one done. But I'll be able to get these together. We'll put them like this. And if we don't get the tabbed binding done, I'll wait to do it with you. Okay, so here's one. We're going to put it in here. And get it in the center here. See this 9x12 envelope? See some of these larger pages that are sticking out. That's a regular 8.5 by 11 piece that, you know, it fits right in there. So this is perfect. So I'm going to kind of bump that down there. I'm going to give it a nice even margin, try to, on the top and the bottom. And I'm just going to clip these there so they will stay. Okay, and now let's get out our pokey tool. Oh, and this is a good place to start from in here because see, now I can see where they are. I'm not going to measure or anything. I'm just going to put it down here. If I go in to give a nice little space on both sides of these shorter pieces, I'll be sure and catch them all. And, you know, that'll work out just fine. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to run this through here. I like to kind of fold these too because I find it gives me a better space to come out, like right in the middle of your, you know, spine, so to speak. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put this one. I like to do both of the outside edges first. Give them a nice poke. And then I like eyeball it here in the middle and do that one. Okay? So now, I have lost my linen thread. It's somewhere here and I don't know where. So I'm using some of this thin cotton crochet stuff. And you want to make sure that we're just going to do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So you want to make sure you have like 3 times the height. And I have more than that, but that'll be fine. So we're going to go in here through the middle. And pull it on out here. And then go in the bottom. Oh, this is working out pretty good. Carol, it makes it easy to get it where it's out the middle of the spine, doesn't it? Now, this needle, you guys. So this thread stuff's a little bit thicker, but you know, it'll work. I gotta pull out whichever one is the tail. There we go. And loosen that baby up there. And look at me remembering what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, the one day that I started it wrong, and then I don't know what happened. You know, it's like just one of those moments. Must be one of those senior moments. Oh my goodness, our senior here at the house, boy, you know, it just seems like that's going to be fast approaching for graduation. So we got company coming, and so we've got graduation and a birthday that same weekend. So it's going to be busy here. I tell you what, I remember when my kids were in school, May was such a busy, busy time. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going to give it a little tie. And I like to do a square knot on it. And then if you want to, you can just tie a little bow. You can clip them off. You can do whatever you want to. If you want to leave them to dangle and then put something on them, you can do that. Okay, phew, we got one done, you guys. I know. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have said that, right? Okay, so we've got one. And then we can put, you know, a pretty picture on here to finish that off. And let's get this one in here. And again, let's kind of line it up where we want it right there. Now, yeah, this is kind of hard to do since these clips aren't all the way. Maybe you can grab that next envelope. Barely. Did I actually fold those in half? Yes. Like, I don't know. Did I not? Okay. So the rest of them are all on here nicely. You know what though? I think I'm going to clip one right there. There we go. Now those will stay on there nice. Now I'm going to have to thread this again. This might not be pretty, you guys. Look away. Look away. This is hard to get this in here because it's thick. So you got to kind of really flatten it out, but those fibers tend to separate trying to get them into this eye of the needle. So it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I've had it to where I've had to pull it out and start over because just like that. you have to, you have to use the germs and lick it right. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know they had longer ones at Dollar Tree. I've never seen them any longer. I have a hard time even finding these little ones. Ugh. Now it just wants to separate. See, Jimmy Lou, you're right? Oh, that's gonna irritate me if I can't get it in here. Yeah, I don't know where my linen thread has disappeared to. Well, I think I got it. Woohoo! Got it. So at least we'll be able to get this one done. Depends on how long the next one takes us, right? So I should have just measured it out before and cut it off, but it's not like I'm gonna run out, right? If I run out of that for any reason within the next lifetime, I'll be surprised. Because you're just using it for things like this, right? Okay, so again, let's pokey it right here. Okay. And down here. I tell you, before I ever started, thinking about folding these in half, boy, I would have them come out the weirdest spots. And I was never very happy about where they would come out. So, I am lucky that the head of this needle and pulling this thread through works pretty good. So, you're saying that they have longer ones at Dollar Tree. Is it in the same area? Is it in that same crafting area? Now, some of the Dollar Trees have, bigger areas than others for their crafting items. It just depends on what your store is like. Hey, Carrie, how are you? They're in the hair section. Oh. Okay. There, I probably would not have looked. Okay. Well, thank you for that tidbit of info. That's cool. Okay, you guys, I'm not sure we're gonna get time to do the tab binding today. But at least we're farther than last time, right? We've made a lot of headway today. This is like slipping through the side here. Let me tighten this up. I say. Oh, 3 sizes? Oh my goodness. Oh, well, even if you got 2 per pack, that would still be nice to have. Well, I wish this was on the other side, but that's okay. Oh my goodness, I forgot to fix my little tail there. Okay, so I want this one on each side of this, so while it's still on the needle, it's easier to pull it through there. All right. I didn't leave very much on that one. Hey Debbie, how are you? Huh, that'd be fun. She said she's been thinking about painting some wooden clothespins and using them for clips. That'd be fun. You gotta be careful though, because some of those things can leave little marks on your stuff. Well, that's not a bow. I don't know what that was. That was not a bow. You just came across them. Yeah, isn't it funny? Sometimes we come across things that we find to be useful when, you know, we're probably looking for something else, right? Okay, so we got that one done. Fun! Look at that. So now when we get these all together, then our tab binding is going to be out here on the back side. And so, you know, I hope I've thought about that right and that I need an unequal number. And if not, I'm going to have to make one more. I hope that's true. Use 3 and then 2. Okay, now I'm second guessing that plan. I have no idea. Yeah, who knows? You guys, if I have to make a third one, I might do that just on my own. It'll have to be another one of these, because you don't need to watch that again. That would just be boring. Or who knows, maybe I'll just come on live and do it anyway, right? We'll make one more signature. I have to think about that. I have a problem when I'm doing things like that. Some of these things you need an even number and an odd number. That's like that never-ending journal. And when I redid it, I'm like, yeah, it needs to have an even number, not an uneven number, to make it work right. I got it, you guys. So 1, 2, 3, and then some. A little more for good measure, right? Kind of like the baker's dozen. I tell you, this one for some reason does not feel nearly as thick. I have no idea why. But you know, they don't all have to be the same, right? Well, for one thing, it's missing this. How about that? That would be an issue. Let me see. I'm going to use this for that part. Okay. Let's get our little clippies in once more. I don't know, those envelopes. You know, I had never even made one till for when we had the Journal Pals event and did we did a soft cover on that, and it was like with a, I think it was with a padded envelope, like a bubble wrap envelope, and I had never even done that kind of a journal before for, you know, using for the cover. That was kind of fun. And then that was when I kind of thought, you know, it would be kind of fun to do this kind and just use the envelopes plain and then use the tab binding method. You guys know me. I'm always ready to try something, right? I'll try it. Even if I do it here live and it's, you know, I mess it up, you know, then we'll know that didn't work. So, you know, you don't know if you don't try it, right? Okay, so in through the center. That first one is the easiest one. In through the center like that. And then down here. I like to do those 5 hole. I like to do those, but I really have to think about those. I should do like a little reel and just for my own purposes so I can remember each time. Hey Cheryl. Hey Becky, how are you? All right. Well, at least we'll get this part done today, you guys. I'm going to feel accomplished just for that. more spot. For those of you who have been watching along, this has been fun, right? Oh, Liz, I'll do one then so I can show you. It's great. You guys, the 5-hole stitch is really great when you've got, you know, a number of things that maybe aren't going to have a couple of places to get it in these 3 spots. So just think of it as you've got 2 more spots right here that you are, you know, attaching it to. And so that makes it really, you know, handy to capture some smaller things. And that's why I like that, because a lot of times if I put things in there like that, then I don't have to worry about them falling out, because, you know, I know they're going to be captured in there. Yeah, Sue, we really did get a lot done, didn't we? Last time I talked too much. Oh, like I didn't talk today, right? Anywho, there we go. Look at that. Ta-da! And we're almost to the end of our time. But look at that. We got 3 of them done. Okay, super duper. Look how fun this is going to be. Let me see. I'm probably going to have to use one that's got a better picture at the beginning. And did I not do one that I really like the beginning of? Ah, this will be kind of fun. And I might go ahead and put like some papers along the fronts or something. It would give you, it would make each of our covers to the signatures a little bit more sturdy, and that would be great. You know, so that won't, you know, I think that'd be great just to have it a little bit more sturdy. What do you guys think? Would you want it a little bit more sturdy if you were putting it together? Because, you know, this is going to be it. It's not going to have a hard outside cover. It's just going to be this. And so all of these will be bound like to each other in several places along here. But I'm going to have to figure out which. Do any of you know whether I need an even number or an odd number of my signatures to make it come out right? I'm truly going to have to figure that out again. I got to pull out one I've done before and look at it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have really not thought that through. It'll still work. And I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't matter how many that you use for that. We'll have to check that out. But yeah, we'll do that next time. And so thanks for being with me today. And so next up, if you're in the Journaling Jamboree over on Facebook, all you have to do is refresh your page when I'm finished here, and then our next presenter will be up. So, and everybody, you know, all of these journals, we all have the same theme for this 3-month segment is fun in the sun. So it's been so much fun to see how different everybody's is. Thanks you guys for all the hearts. I see a bunch of hearts floating up there. I so appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here today. This has been so much fun. So I am going to, oh, Deborah says she hasn't made a junk journal. Do you double your thread when you're sewing in the sheets? No, don't do that. That'll make it too thick. Even if you're just using the linen thread that I usually do, no, I don't do that. You don't need to. Yeah, I mean, this is made a really thick, yeah, this has been super thick on here because I used that cotton crochet thread. And once again, I mean, you know, don't let not having the right tools or supplies keep you from doing something fun, right? Don't do it. Just do it. Try it out, you guys. Okay, it's time. Let's go see our next presenter. Let me tell you who it is real quick. Our next presenter is, okay, it's going to be the other Christy. I always laugh because I always say whichever one of us goes first, the other one is the other. So I'll see you next time, you guys. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.